Here we go.
I went into Civil War not really interested, not really all that intrigued by the trailer especially, which painted it to be a bit pretentious in my opinion. That's what I was worried it was going to be, at least. And to be honest, I wasn't even all that eager to check it out until the good buzz that I heard coming out of the South by Southwest Film Festival. A lot of people were painting and praising this movie to be something truly special. And I'm happy to say that I was won over by Civil War. It was a movie that impressed me and I feel like will stick with me for a little bit. But as we get into the rest of the review, be sure to leave your thoughts on the movie down below in the comments and hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy it. The movie opens with Nick Offerman, who plays the president, and he's delivering a speech. Probably, we don't really see that side of it, but all we see is him delivering it, him practicing for it, and little glimpses here and there of shots of war. It's a haunting opening, and I feel like it really sets the scene for the rest of the film. The most fascinating aspect throughout for me was to be able to see this movie through the lens, no pun intended, of a press member, of someone who is a journalist, a photographer. I feel like I personally haven't seen that many war films that tackles what it's like specifically for someone who is not carrying a gun at all times, in fact, carrying a camera and being on the battlefield. I don't feel like we see that many movies like that. And I do feel like this is a movie that is going to be remembered for years to come due to its thoughtful look at war and the different perspective. I think I really went into this movie expecting something much different than what I got. It very smartly doesn't pick a side, so you're not going to leave the film angered by its preachy messaging. In fact, there is no preachy messaging to be found at all, because it's not a movie that just hits you over the head with its messaging. Rather, just a movie that examines what it's like to be on the battlefield, someone that's eager to get the photo and just get the information out to the rest of the world. The war sequences are intense and well shot. There's some drones, which I enjoyed. The sound mixing as well is really strong, especially in the moments where the movie pauses in a sense to look at the photo that the camera lens took, that our characters took. That's a bit of a smaller moment with the sound, but you also have the war sequences, the sequences where there's a lot of gunfire, a lot of explosions. This is a movie that I feel like is really thought-provoking. It's a movie that I even right now just want to rewatch and want to just think about it more. Let it sit with me. It has a great length. It's paced fairly well. I don't have much complaints there. When it comes to my complaints, I guess you could say, the characters are easily the weakest part about the film. There isn't much to them. You don't really get to learn much about them. There's no real reason as to why we don't learn about them, but the movie doesn't really take time to explore them, make you care for them. It's a movie that is very raw and it doesn't hold back. I think that is both a pro and a con when it comes to, I guess, revisiting it. It is a heavy movie. And on the pro side, it just captures what war is. Also, the performances are very strong across the board. Though their characters might be strong, I do think that the performances, they work with what they're given on the paper and they deliver. I wasn't crazy about the song choices. Alex Garland, as a director, tends to choose some interesting songs. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In the case of Civil War, most of the time, the songs that were chosen by him didn't really fit for me. The overall picture and the overall vibe of the movie doesn't really mesh well with a country song playing over just violence. That didn't really mesh well for me. But the ending especially is what really just drives the point home of just the fascinating look at what cost are you willing to get the photo, get the line from someone to deliver to the press, to the news? Are you willing to cost your own life just to get a quick little snapshot of something that really could look incredible and special? Rather being a war film that tackles politics and very government-heavy drama, it explores journalism and the internal conflict there, how challenging it can be to be a journalist or reporter and have to put your lives on the line too. You're not even carrying a gun. So while the characters are the weakest part, it does drive home that point very strongly and effectively, a story about what it's like to be a journalist in war. Alex Garland continues to be an impressive force behind the camera. Overall, just really interesting to see a war film through a different perspective. I'm gonna give Civil War a B+, and I would say you should go see this in a theater. It's a very strong film, one that I was impressed by. I was going back and forth between my grade, but I think as time goes on, I'm going to like the movie more, and even just sitting here talking about it, I'm liking it more and more. Be sure to leave your thoughts on the movie down below in the comments. I want to thank you so much for watching this review, and again, if you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as that notification bell so you don't miss any further videos. And as always, look forward to more videos and reviews coming soon. My name is Ben, people call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.